Hello, everybody. I'm JR Castillo. Welcome to the next episode of Ringside Breakdown.
And I am William Dash.
Well, it has been a very interesting time.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about Saturday night's main event first or go through a little
Yeah,
bit of.
we can run through some of the matches. Like to me, this was the least exciting Saturday night's main event. It
It
just had
didn't
that
have,
feeling.
yeah, it didn't have the aura. I like the way it was presented, though. I really like the way it was presented. ESPN should be watching because instead of 7 minutes of commercials in between matches, you know what I'd like to see? A video package talking about the damn match.
Yeah.
Where has that been for the last few months? That was nice and refreshing. In between each match, we got a video package right before the match.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
it explained everything that led up to the match.
Yeah, ESPN should take some notes. You know, they're the
Yeah.
worldwide leader in sports. They should know this. Put that on there. Because God forbid show a wrestling fan what's leading up to that match.
Yeah.
Well, I think like you said, like it wasn't the most star-studded Saturday night's main event. Wasn't the most star-studded event. The matches were actually really good though. Besides Becky Lynch and Sol Rocco, we'll talk about that because that's a whole. I don't know why every Becky Lynch match is the same, but and besides that one, the matches were really good, good pace, nice action. It didn't have the star power, but and there was no Danhausen, so that's kind of a depressing thing. But it was actually pretty decent wrestling.
Yeah. Well, Danhausen needed a day off after his science experiment on SmackDown.
God, I love. We could have a whole show just on the adventures of Danhausen. If WWE put Adventures of Danhausen on Netflix, I'd watch 7 seasons of it without a doubt.
Yeah. Um, well, speaking of getting right into it, and you were talking about the Becky Lynch thing, the first match of the night was the Becky Lynch and Soruka
Was
match.
that first? I thought that was second. Was that first?
I,
I
I,
thought the
I,
women's tag. What the hell? I don't remember. We'll just talk about them in random order as we think of them.
yeah.
Don't need to go in order. Let's talk
Well,
about Becky Lynch first because that's annoying me.
yeah,
That's the one I really.
this one
Why?
really pissed me off, honestly, because like you, you have Becky, who's supposed to be this great talent. Then you have Soruka, who we already know is a great talent in the making. She's already been, she's seems like she's already been there, but she's only been here 4 years. But just pulling the referee in front of you and getting disqualified seemed like a purposely done move by Becky.
Yeah. It's not even that annoys me. It's 4 minutes. You have a pay-per-view live event, whatever you want to call it, that has 5 matches. And one of those matches was 4 minutes as a tease for the pay-per-view match next week. That is uncalled for.
Yeah, and to
Luckily, the rest of the matches were really good. But why does every Becky Lynch feud have to start with some horseshit angle to where she gets herself disqualified or the match is quick or why does every feud start like this?
no, it's like I'm waiting on the day that the referee Jessica Card is like, you know what, Becky, I've had enough, and just clocks her one good time.
If this does not get some payoff with Jessica Card decking Becky Lynch, then they are wasting this angle is for nothing because
Yeah.
it's over and over and over. There is clearly an issue between Becky Lynch and Jessica Carr. If that doesn't have some sort of payoff, what is the point of all of it?
Yeah, because you see her every time they get in the face, she's always pulling at a shirt and pointing at it like, you know who I am?
Yeah.
And it's just like, why don't you guys just settle it already?
Yeah, it's like if it's not going to be a match, then she needs to deck her and be like, "I'm tired of your shit." Just, just let her have it at
I
this.
honestly thought whenever she got taken out and Becky came back to attack Soka, I thought she was just gonna like, you know what? Enough's enough and go in the ring and attack Becky, but she stayed out of the ring. I was like, that would have been the
Yeah,
perfect opportunity for Jessica just to jump in.
yeah, and that's funny to me because we know Jessica Carr is an established wrestler.
Yeah.
She's taken bumps before. She didn't take a very good bump. I mean, like it was Soul didn't hit the Soul Snatcher because she saw the referee. So
Yeah.
she just can't, and then everybody's screaming, "Oh, she botched it again." It's like, no, she saw the referee. If she hits the soul snatcher, she's going to get disqualified. So she pulled it. She pulled up, and then Jessica Carr just basically got hit with Soul's legs, and then stayed down for 8 years.
Yeah.
Is she sold the leg hit more than I mean longer than the soul snatcher would have got her.
I believe at this point with Becky's IC run, it's just her ego is getting in the way of her letting the new talent come up and take her spot like she did when she was a new talent. She came up and took over basically the Divas division to the point where they started calling them superstars now.
Yeah, it's if if Sol Ruka does not win the Intercontinental title next weekend at Clash in Paris, I really don't know where this goes. Or where
Yeah.
is Clash in Italy this year?
Oh
I keep
yeah,
saying
Italy.
Paris. It's Italy. I was
Well,
playing.
the
I
last
was
few
playing
years,
2K. Yeah, I was playing 2K, and 2K it's still Paris. But yeah, it was Clash in Italy this year. Maybe stop calling it after the city.
yeah.
Just call it a different name. But if Sol
Or
doesn't win this title, then I don't know what the point of any of this is.
yeah. They oh well, speaking of people trying to win the IC championship, we were talking about ego earlier.
Yeah,
We have to bring up the men's IC match between All Ego, Ethan Page, and Penta.
yeah. My
Was this?
first thought, Ethan Page got Def Rebel,
Yeah.
and his theme song was already a Def Rebel theme song. Def Rebel themselves.
Hmm.
His theme song was great. Why did they change it?
I just Here's another guy who has everything there is to be a main talent.
Oh yeah,
Everything. And like Michael Cole said in his interview, you got everything, you got the looks, you got the style, the charisma. It's just what's gonna get you down or bring you down even further is your ego.
yeah,
And I just I'm glad that they kept the title on Penta for right now because I just don't
yeah,
feel like Ethan was ready to carry that prestigious weight on the shoulders,
yeah.
figuratively and physically.
Yeah, I think it's too soon to take it off of Penta. I think we're at that area though, where like every Penta title defense could be the one he loses it to, and mainly just because I kind of think he really needs to go join his brother and become a tag team because there's not enough tag teams.
Yeah.
I kind of think we get the Lucha Brothers back together, and yeah, that sort of ruins Penta's singles run. But he's had a great singles run now for like a year and a half, so it's been awesome for Penta. But like, let's get the Lucha Brothers come in to do some domination. Put titles on them immediately, whichever one you want to put on them.
Yeah. I I believe that they would probably be better off on SmackDown. Not saying that they couldn't take the Raw tag titles, but the
Well, yeah,
SmackDown needs more tag help right now.
yeah. I think SmackDown Plus. I mean, I think regardless, and we'll talk about it in a minute. We'll talk about it last on Saturday night's main event. But regardless of what happened with the Street Profits and the Vision, I really think the Street Profits are destined for that title at some point. Probably around maybe a SummerSlam. I really hope they don't wait that long, but that could be. But yeah, we get the Lucha Brothers together on that. But this was a great match. Penta and Ethan Page was a great match.
Oh, it was
It
a
was phenomenal match. Ethan Page is amazing in the ring,
yeah.
and he's the type of person when the if the time comes, I think he could be a funny face. Like maybe he's not a world champion, or maybe he could be. I think he has the talent to be. I don't think he could be it as a face. As a heel, he'd be a world champion. He'd be a perfect world champion. I don't know if he can do it as a face, but he could be that weird. I don't know if he'd work as a face, but he could try to pull off how like Miz was a face. But it's like it never really clicked with Miz as a face because
The constant
Miz,
going back and forth between face and
yeah,
heel. It's like the Miz
Ethan,
is like good to you one week and then the next week he's stabbing you back. It's like, come on, man.
yeah, Ethan Page may be in that Miz category to where just keep him a heel. Like
Yeah.
he's that level heel that just be fine with it. But he's awesome. He's an awesome character. He's good on the mic. He has the aura, the swagger, the ego. It all works. Change his theme music back and we'll be fine.
Yeah. Speaking of the tag division, the women's tag titles were defended with Brie Bella and Paige. defeating the irresistible forces to retain the titles. Do you think, I personally think that this is just like a nostalgia thing that WWE is doing with bringing the Bellas back and bringing Paige. But do you think that they're on the right track to have a really good run? Or do you think it's time for them just to drop the titles and let them go
I,
their
I
separate ways?
I think it's really weird that they're pulling this off as they're the underdogs every week because this is Paige and Brie Bella. It's like, okay, they're a little bit, they're old, they're vets, but are they really the underdogs? Like, are Paige and Brie Bella the underdogs every week? Like, I don't. Maybe Brie Bella is. She's the weaker of the Bella twins, but Paige is fucking Paige.
Yeah.
She's been wrestling since she's 12. I mean,
Well, I
also, I
believe
would love to see get Paige away from Nia Jackson, Lash Legend, because I every time they hit this poor girl, I'm afraid she's gonna break her neck. It's
yeah.
like she just keeps taking shots to the face by these two. It's like, can you girls stop hitting her in the damn head, please?
Well, like I feel like with them pushing it as an angle of them being underdogs is because they have so much more. I
Ring
hate to.
age to them? Is it the age
Well,
thing? Is it ring rust?
no, I want to say I hate to say this because it's Bree and Paige, but more physical talent and more stronger abled women to be.
Everybody else is stronger.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like they're just
Yeah,
big. Like you said, every time she took a shot, it looked like her head was about to just come up clean off her shoulders.
yeah. I guess it feels weird to keep calling them the underdog. Something about their promo before the match though felt really weird to me.
Yeah.
It felt like they're teasing a Nikki turning on Paige type thing when Nikki gets healthy. That's what I took out of it. I took like they were sort of hinting that out, and it was like that something about it just felt weird. Like the vibe between them, everything sort of felt like they were leading to something further down the line.
And I feel like it's gonna come down to like how um a couple years ago at WrestleMania, Lila and Bailey were supposed to do the tag
Yeah.
championship match. Bailey got hurt, and then Becky came back to help her, and then Becky ended up turning on. I feel like something like that, but not Paige, but like you said, Nikki's gonna come in and be like, "Oh, I'm better now. You took my spot, give my title back." No, I've earned this, and then they're just gonna go on with it.
Yeah. So yeah, something felt weird, but I mean we'll see where it goes, I guess. Because right now we don't really know where it's gonna go. So yeah. But
Um,
it wasn't a bad match. I would like to see Paige in singles competition.
yeah. Speaking of women who are better, in my opinion, at singles competition, you had the match with Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill and her two little henchwomen, which is odd because both of those women had beef with Jade, and now all of a sudden they're working with Jade. But they ended up picking up the victory over Bliss, Rhea, and Charlotte. Um, I mean, it was cool that Charlotte and Rhea were putting their differences aside, but that was the wrong place to try to get a moment in like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool that they did it, just not the place nor time to become friends and shake hands.
Yeah, it was an awkward time for a hand. I loved the handshake and the hug. I liked the fact that Alexa Bliss hopped up in their arms and was kicking her legs like a little child because she's the smallest human being ever.
Yeah.
But that was an awkward time to celebrate.
Yeah, like if that's something that you do like at the end or you do it the following week on Raw, like, hey,
Yeah,
I know we had our differences, but I can trust you now. I respect you like everybody else does.
yeah. But it was funny during the entrances. I was like, when Jade and them came out, I was like, are they dressed like Michael Jackson?
Hmm.
And then Michael Cole immediately like their gear is inspired by Michael Jackson. It's like, well, yeah, Mia Yim looks like him.
And speaking of shout out gear, I get Charlotte did what she did to support, but that was just
I don't think
ridiculous.
Charlotte counted in how heavy those beads and bracelets were going to be.
No, but it was a cool idea. I respect it, but it was just absolutely ridiculous. Like, who in the hell wants to go and wrestle for So many minutes just and nothing in beads.
I don't think she factored that in as like in the old movie in the movie Django Unchained, where like I think the idea was good, but the execution was a little bit off.
Yeah.
Like you could see very fast her bottoms were just going. And it was like, I'm glad she decided to wear something underneath. Otherwise, that whole match would have just been blacked out.
Well, and truth be told, and this is going to sound like me nitpicking, but when we look at all these different types of women and men superstars who wear like the underwear looking trunks,
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes the wrestlers are too tall for those type of trunks. Like Charlotte, I feel like she needs to wear something longer because I feel like her legs are just too long to be wearing.
Yeah, I think Charlotte would look really good in like a flashy pant type, like a leather pants or something a little bit different. I mean, she looks great. Charlotte looks amazing.
Yeah.
Just um, maybe her body type isn't right for especially if you're gonna make them heavier.
Yeah,
It's
that's what I was
it's
getting at with like with the weight of the beads.
yeah
With if on pants, this would have been spread out more.
yeah. It's like you're trying to find a good way to put it, but it's like okay, Charlotte, your ass does not accompany these gear. It's like
Yeah.
it's not holding anything up here. It's just pulling it straight down.
But with Jay picking up the pinfall over Rhea going into their match, I think it's at Clash in Italy.
Yeah.
Do you think that proved that Jade was in Rhea's head at all, like they keep saying that she is, or do you think that just kind of lit a bigger fire underneath Rhea's ass to get her like, okay, well maybe I should stop
I
overlooking her and just start paying more attention?
I think it's just gonna light a fire under Rhea. Like I haven't gotten this old Jade's in her head thing. Rhea just beat her.
Yeah,
It's like
at rest
Rhea
like
Rhea beat her at WrestleMania in like 9 minutes. It's like how is Jade in her head? She beat her this one time because Rhea took her eye off the ball and was having a good moment with a friend and or acquaintances or allies by
yeah.
convenience or
I
whatever you
mean,
want to call them.
yeah, I guess she could be in her head after all like the jaded she's taken, but like that's common to see wrestlers
Yeah.
who are champions just get attacked for no reason.
Yeah, well, half the time it's 3-on-1. So it wasn't until like a couple weeks ago that she got some help.
Yeah.
And I still really don't understand why Charlotte and Alexa even in this feud. I don't. We're why? How I don't still don't remember how they got dragged into it. Like
Well, I think
just
they're just one of those tag teams now that since they don't really have gold to worry about, they can go and risk it and like help people who need it.
yeah. So it's like I I keep saying it over and over when it comes to Charlotte. This pairing with Alexa Bliss, she needed this 5 years ago. It's like Charlotte is so likable. And they're going to screw it up. They're going to turn her heel and she's going to attack Alexa because
She needed this.
God forbid WWE split up people and then just keep them friends.
Yeah.
It's,
She truthfully needed this team up when she returned at the Royal Rumble that one year and won it and faced
yeah,
Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania in Vegas.
yeah. She
She,
needed this immediate. Just, it. I don't know if it's Alexa's personality that wears off on Charlotte or whatever it is, but Charlotte is such a likable baby face. They finally hit Charlotte as a baby face.
yeah.
They've tried it so many times, and the Queen is, the Queen. It's too arrogant of a character to be a baby face, but Alexa just makes it work.
And then last but not least, we were talking about this a little bit earlier, but the men's tag team division on Raw, Vision were defending against the Street Profits, and it looked like there for a minute that the Street Profits were going to win. Uh, Good efforts on Braun Breaker for trying to get involved um
That was a hell of a spot.
until fucking what's his name?
Angelo
Uh,
Dawkins pounced him into
yeah,
the most awkward landing onto a chair I've ever
didn't
seen.
even hit the table, just straight over the
Just
table.
straight over the table and just but Montez Ford leapfrogging him just in a clean leap. Oh, it was such a good spot. Yeah,
Yeah,
they eventually took Spears, but oh god.
yeah. I didn't think Braun was going to get one in after that. I was like, oh, he's done.
I
But
was like, is Braun not getting this? As soon as the credits started rolling, I was like, Braun's not getting a spear today.
yeah, and then he just takes off.
Yeah, he's like, okay, no, somebody's getting hit.
But like, had that chair been moved over any more, Braun would have sat his ass in that chair.
Oh yeah, that was almost the most cleanest landing. I wonder what they would have did
I would
had
have,
Braun landed like ass first into the chair and just sat down.
I
Like
would have had it to where he would have picked up a headset and put it on and started talking like he was doing.
I just wonder how good they are on the fly. Like, could he have winged something out of that, or would he have pulled like a who in the back? Oh, like Batista when he was supposed to get hit and he didn't get hit, and then he still took the bump. Back in the day, like would he have still like took the bump if he landed perfectly on the chair?
Like
It's
like land in the chair and then flop out of it on
Yeah,
purpose.
it's like what would he have done? What would have Angelo Dawkins did? Like if your moment you just pulled and like I would think Angelo Dawkins would have jumped over onto him like to save it. But and like he was so close to landing in that chair. He was
Uh,
also close to landing in the front row. Both of those things almost happened.
yeah, had that announce table been scooted back maybe a foot more, he would have been in the front row.
Yeah, it's like, dude, that was incredible.
Because
But
I think it was supposed to be like he pushes him over the table, but he hits the table and slides off like normal, but he just kind of
yeah,
caught air and just went.
I think he was supposed to land on the table and then bounce into the chairs and off. But he just straight cleared that table. Just absolutely, just that was amazing.
Real quick, you were talking about Batista taking bumps when he wasn't getting hit. That one with Mark Henry when he was trying to get in the ring and he pushed his head
Yeah,
and he just flew like 20 feet back. And I'm like, what are you doing?
yeah. It's just that was oh, but that was a great match. It was another really awesome match. And I mean, we like to give Logan Paul shit because he's Logan Paul.
Hmm.
The
Hey,
dude's
fire
great in the ring.
Logan Paul.
Yeah, he's really good, and that's such a catchy song. He's really good in the ring. He's actually a really good professional wrestler, and I hate that so much. I hate it so much, but I respect it now because at least he's doing it full time.
Yeah. I I kind of had a respect for Logan Paul, not as a fan, because I was a fan of Logan Paul's before he became a wrestler. Like I watched his
Yeah.
YouTube and or his Vines, I should say. Then I went on to him and his brother's YouTube, and then they went their own ways. He started doing stuff with his dad, and Jake started focusing more on boxing. I've always been like somewhat of a fan, but only because the Paul brothers come from Ohio. They were born and
Yeah.
raised in Ohio, in the Midwest, and I'm from the Midwest. So whenever there's t basically a local person from my area doing stuff like this, I kind of like, hey, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think it's funny how like he was talking about outsiders coming in and talking about how I Show Speed was an outsider coming into wrestling and YouTubers don't need to be in wrestling. And I'm just sitting there thinking, I'm like, hey, wait a minute. You were just going
Yeah.
down the same road.
Yeah.
But being Logan Paul, with all the money that he has from Prime and all his channels that he does, he can afford to do stuff like this and take the
Yeah.
time to practice it and get better like he does. Like he's just an all-around natural athlete. Like any sport he gets into, he's going to be good at it. Whether you hate him or love him, he's going to be good like in wrestling. Don't like him as a wrestler, but man, he's fucking talented.
Yeah. I have such more respect for him because when he first started, it seemed like he was just doing this just to do it.
Yeah.
He was part time. He was doing it every once in a while. But now he's full time in this. He's in every Raw, every PLE. He's there. He's committed full time to WWE.
He could
And he
do
does not have to be doing this. He has more than enough money.
no, he can do something with the top of his hair to keep it out of his eyes though, but other
Yeah,
than that,
I fully believe Logan Paul is going to be a world champion at some point. I really do believe it. He is good enough to be one.
yeah.
Uh, Overall, Saturday night's main event it wasn't star-studded, but it was good action. Besides Becky Lynch,
I'll give
so
it a straight 7 out of 10.
yeah, I'll give it 7 out of 10. That's fair. That's fair. It had good vibes to it. So as we
Now,
look forward to Clash in Italy,
why do all
there's
these shows in Europe have to be Clash? Like, what's the
yeah, it's
Clash about?
I don't know why it's always a clash. It's like a clash in Scotland. Clash. It's like it could just call it something else. Like
Yeah, give it an
it could be
actual name.
called Judgment Day. I mean, don't do that. That'd give Judgment Day too much thing to talk. We
I
got to
mean,
get
hey,
rid of that.
that'd be bringing back an old pay-per-view too.
Yeah, but it's like it just doesn't have to always be Clash. But I mean, this one actually is gonna be a Clash. So there's a couple matches we got to focus on. Uh, Oba Femi Lesnar too. Uh, Brock Lesnar's back. Uh,
That
I don't
was
like
a
I don't like fake retirement angles.
no.
It takes some of the steam out when it really happens.
Like Mark Henry did it with John Cena.
I like it if you do it right. I don't like the taking off the boots and the stuff, leaving that in the ring. That's different. But
Yeah.
like if you do it like within the span of a promo and then fake it out right there, that's great. But to lead it to believe that it's actually a retirement, like you take off the boots, you do the gloves, you do the crying and the wave by, make it seem like it's a retirement and then it not be a retirement,
Well,
feels like a low blow.
I feel like with that incident is I feel like Brock actually was done. Like he was probably because it's Brock Lesnar, he no one tells him what to do or what not to do. Like if he's done, he's done.
Yeah.
So I feel like with that saying that he retired, it was him basically saying, "Okay, I'm done." But then they were like, "Well, we do have this guy who retires people now, so maybe we should have you come back."
Well, to me it never made sense for Brock to retire outside of Minnesota and SummerSlam. That seems like the logical thing. The WrestleMania thing would have been great because he's putting over the next big thing. But now I don't know how. I want Brock and Gunther. I really want that to be the retirement thing. How does Brock face? Well, I know how he faces Gunther, but they'd have to trust people to do that.
Yeah,
Oba should beat him again. Oba should not lose this match. He should beat him again.
yeah, and
That
then
hurts getting Brock to Gunther, but the easiest way is we'll talk about that in a second, but we'll get to how that happens. I think we both know how that happens, but and what we think should happen, but Oba has to beat Brock again. If WWE WWE's this and goes the 50-50 booking, I'm going to lose my goddamn mind. It's not 50-50. You can 50-50 it sometimes, but not with this one. Oba has to beat Brock.
yeah, because it'll not only establish him as the next big thing, but it'll let the people know that just because I got taken down doesn't
Yeah.
mean you don't have to fear the ruler still.
Yeah. So he has to beat Brock. He has to do it. Maybe he doesn't have to do it in 3 minutes. Maybe you go 10, 15 minutes and it's more of a fight here. But, Oba has to win that. So that's where I'm hoping that goes. I'm afraid WWE will WWE it, but
And then speaking of big
Gunther,
matches, Cody and
Cody and
Gunther.
Gunther. Uh, Gunther has to win this, right?
I
Like
mean,
it makes no sense if Gunther comes over and then loses.
I mean, if he's wanting to face Brock Lesnar, because to me, why would you put Brock Lesnar in a match with somebody as a retirement and not have the championship on the line?
Yeah, that's the only way I can figure if Oba beats Brock again. The only way you can get the Lesnar and Gunther is Gunther has to win the title, and Lesnar tries to call him out, and Lesnar tries to attack him or attacks him, and says, "I want that." And Gunther says, "Well, the only way you're getting this is you got to put your career on the line." And then we got Gunther and Lesnar in a career
Oh,
versus title. Gunther retires him, and that just keeps the they put career killer on the damn guy's Titantron for a reason. Like
yeah.
he can't be done killing the careers. There has to be another one added. It's
Yeah.
been a while. It's been a few months since he did one.
No, I mean, I don't know, with the whole entire Cody Rhodes championship run, I'm about over it.
I like to see Cody as a chaser, uh, but Gunther should win this.
And then lastly, the last match we have to talk about is Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu.
Oh, Roman and Jacob. I'm so confused on what's going to happen in this match. I want Jacob to win. I really want Jacob to win. It's the only time that you could ever do a hot shot championship run. It makes perfect sense. Jacob should beat Roman, should become the adding in tribal combat kind of throws it off for me a little bit because I don't know if they're going to call him the tribal chief.
I mean, if he wins, they would have to, wouldn't they? Because
Yeah,
that's
but are they committed to that part? Because I mean, you could do another tribal combat in a month and a half when Roman comes back. Like you could do another one, and
yeah.
Roman gets his Ulafala back. He gets the world title back. Leads you on to Roman Oba. You could do it again. Will they commit that much to it? Because
I have a feeling what they're going to do is have Roman win, and finally Jacob, since it's tribal combat, will have to acknowledge Roman Reigns and
I'm gonna
kind
be
of
so
open
upset.
up a more of a I'm not with you, but when you need me, I'll be there type situation with Fatu.
Like beat some respect into him type thing.
Yeah.
I could maybe get to that. They've just booked Jacob as this crazy monster. I just feel that he has to beat Roman. He
Yeah.
has, if he doesn't beat him, what was all of it for? Like, what was it all? And then I just don't see how Roman beats him and keeps him down for three without help. And a lot of people getting tribal combat and bloodline rules confused. Now, granted, WWE is kind of iffy washy on how they hold up the aspects and the history of matches, but tribal combat is supposed to be one on one, no interference. No rules, but no interference.
Yeah.
So I hope Jacob wins just because that would be the most in Roman's gone for a month, maybe a little bit longer. So why do we just have a champion there? And the Usos, you have a whole month of the Usos having to honor the tribal chief of Jacob Fatu. They don't like him. He's
Yeah.
the black sheep of the family. That's a story you can have going for a month.
Well, I guess we'll see. Um, I kind of hope that, Jacob would lose and actually join forces with the Usos and Roman because with him in the Bloodline 2.0, man, they will be on top again in no time.
It would make it interesting for when it's time for Oba to beat Roman.
Yeah.
But I mean, we will see. I'm hoping for a Jacob Fatu title run just because he's hot right now. Don't LA Knight this. While you have him hot, do something with it.
Yeah.
Because man, that once that fire cools, it's gonna be hard to put it back in.
Yeah, and with LA Knight, he just randomly showing up on Raw all of a sudden. It's just kind of like, what is he even doing here? If you guys don't have anything for him, I'm
Yeah.
surprised his name wasn't on the list of people who's gotten released yet.
But he showed up on Raw. There's been a backstage segment, so I mean, apparently they're gonna do something. But before we go, we have to talk about Danhausen because we've only mentioned him once. What's under the Danhausen sheet in the Danhausen lab?
Hmm. A pre
Who did he clone?
I want to say he. Ooh, I don't know if this is true, but I think it'd be funny if he brought back Ms. Dow.
uh, I'm
If he cloned the Miz, and it turned out to be Damian Sandow
gonna
as his stunt double again, and
yeah.
start teaming with Danhausen, that would be kind of perfect.
I want to go on like a crazy limb. If they're going for comedy, just absolute insane, like nobody would think of it. Enzo Amore.
Mm,
If they're going for a comedy route, now if you're going serious, like he wants a bodyguard, Baron Corbin. I
yeah.
would like to see Baron Corbin back with WWE. I
But
always like Baron Corbin.
bring Baron Corbin back with like the Danhausen face paint.
No, no, no. That's if it's the Baron Corbin, you got to go serious. Like that's his bodyguard. Like he's basically the Frankenstein's monster here. He's got to be serious. Now with Enzo Amore, it can just be he's an annoyance.
Yeah.
Like like is and then also where's he cloning this from? Is this from Brie Bella's hair? Is this still Brie Bella's hair? Or was that for the midget? Was that for the midgets? Like
I'm still wondering about how he got Brie Bella's hair. Was he in her locker
it's,
room or something?
no, remember he pulled it. He pulled her hair out whenever he
Oh yeah.
walked by. So Danhausen just keeps everybody on the toes. But that's the latest saga in how Danhausen turns, and hopefully this is it's gonna pay. It's gonna pay off into something funny. But
As long as Danhausen's in the WWE, I feel like he deserves a spot on this show, no matter if he's in the main spot or not. We should
the
always
Nick,
bring in Danhausen.
the New York Knicks are selling Danhausen Knicks gear.
Yeah.
That's all you have to know about how Danhausen is taken off.
Yeah, like his first, what was it, month in WWE, he was on different sports talk shows promoting WrestleMania, being Danhausen, that he got on ESPN and cursed the Knicks fans.
Yeah, he's lifted that curse and cursed the Cavs, and well, the Knicks are going to the finals here soon.
Yeah.
So all aboard the Danhausen train, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. Other than his debut, it's kind of
Well,
dumb,
he
but
wrote a book on how to get past a bad debut.
yeah. But
Well,
with
I
that
think
being
that's I think we've
what?
covered everything today.
Yeah. I mean, we still have a little bit over a minute left, so that was good.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
anything
any
else you want
last
to add?
words? Now I think we've covered it all. But next week, Clash in Italy. That's gonna be a hell of a show when we get to review that one.
Oh yeah. Well, until next time,
Until next time, everybody. I'm J.R. Consteel.
and I am William Dash.
Have a great week, everybody.
Yep, and we'll catch y'all down the road.